Oh, there she is.
There I am. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our very first call, Sweet 16, Your Opportunity to Grow. I'm excited I have so many participants in this, and I will be leading all of these sessions. So hopefully that's not bad news for some of you, okay? Your feedback was really interesting, that little survey. Thank you for all of you that filled it out, because we got all that information, and it's really, really interesting. Most of you wanted recruiting skills and leadership skills. That's the two main things that you're asking for. Now, to be an effective recruiter, though, by the way, I'm going to mute everybody, okay? I think I just muted me. All right, if you can mute yourselves, that way if you have any background noise, if you don't, it's no problem. You don't need to do that.
Do you know how to do it?
It's just in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
see it? Awesome.
Yep.
So from the surveys, we gleaned a lot of information, and that's really, really important for me, so I know what you're looking for and what you would like to learn. First of all, I'm going to ask you to do a few things, and that's when you get an invitation to join the Facebook group, would you please join? I know you're thinking, oh, not another Facebook group, but seriously, it's going to be a great way to help us celebrate you. It's going to be a great way to have you put down when you've achieved things, and when you have some questions, and that maybe your peers can answer. I am not going to be available next week at all. I'm going on a personal vacation that I'm not even going to be able to be gotten hold of by phone. So it's going to be really interesting. No phone, no email. So you're going to, the girls will still be in the office, but I'm going to give you a couple weeks to do some setting up of your schedule and to get into a good routine of phone calls. The first thing we're going to go through is the Dale Carnegie Training Cycle of Performance Improvement. Would everybody please pull this page out here? This page? Yeah. Would everybody pull that out? I'd like you to write on this page, okay? And all of you are different. We all come from a very different set of circumstances, but there's a few things that everyone said. Everyone said they wanted to learn and be more efficient at recruiting and help people grow faster. And one of the things that I think is really, really important for people to go and grow is, and you know what I'm going to say, it's a strong show schedule, okay? So I'm going to ask you to please set your June up to make sure you have at least minimum six live cooking shows. And we're going to talk about some different shows types of shows you can do. And June's a great month because of the fact that we're offering double host benefits. So it should be easy for you to make the calls that I'm going to ask you to make, okay? Or easier if that's one of your issues. A lot of you, it's really funny. You all know what to do, okay? You know what to do. Don't tell anybody, right, Susan? Don't tell anybody. You know what to do, but you just need, I think, some accountability to do it, okay? We've got some great instruction on PC University, and most of you have been doing this for a while. So I really want to encourage you to think with a fresh brain, okay? Think with a fresh attitude. And that's the first circle. The first part of the circle we're going to talk about is attitude. And right above attitude, I'd like you to fill in the word awareness. Because attitude is being aware of what you need to do, want to do, can do, and will do. Now, those are some really neat, we all know that needs and wants are very different things, aren't they? Okay? We can want to walk 10 miles tomorrow, but if we haven't prepared that, okay, prepared for that, that's going to be tough to do, right? But we may need to walk 1 mile to get to our 10-mile goal, right? So, and we know we can walk 1 mile, and we will walk 1 mile, but it would be really tough to start out doing the 10. All right. So, but eventually you may need to do the 10 miles. You may need to work up to that. So I think the most important thing we can do is have our show schedule in line. Okay. And by having our show schedule in line, we're going to have a great attitude, because doesn't it feel great when we have shows on the calendar? Anybody? Put your hand up if you agree. Yeah. All right. That's how we're going to communicate here. So with our attitude of success, not our attitude of, I can't do this. This never works. Nobody ever answers my phone. I want you to throw those nevers and the no's and the negative words, just flick them off your shoulder, get them out of there, because you know what? This is about being positive with people. And did you ever notice some people just engage people and they're like electric, and they gravitate towards those personalities and those people? Well, they have confidence. Most people, when let me change this little speaker view here. Let me go full screen. Okay, here we go. Hi. There we go. There's more of you there. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. I'm so excited so many of you could make it. So what are some things, this is where we're going to unmute for those that don't have a lot of noise in the background. What are some things that you need to do? This is going to be a participatory part of the class. What do you need to do?
Make phone calls.
Make phone calls. Anybody else? Say it again.
Set a schedule.
Set a schedule. Okay, it's on my list tonight. What else?
Talk about the benefits of hosting at shows.
Talk about the benefits of hosting. How many, I love that one. How many people say, oh my gosh, I had no idea I was going to get this much? Isn't it a common thing that your hosts say? Well, that means that we didn't prep them enough by letting them really going over the host program really well, even beforehand. Okay. If they're saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, it's, we need to do a better job of that so that there are people there. What else? What else do you need to do?
Customer care connections.
Customer care connections. Absolutely. Customer care calls. And that's one of the things that's going to be your homework. I know you're all probably groaning right now. Everybody's on mute, okay? But I'm going to give you some words to say and some ideas to use that's going to help make those customer care calls easier, okay? So customer care calls, good call. What else?
Get organized.
Get organized, okay? Does that mean you have to have a clean desk to do work?
No.
It doesn't. All right. And if you're
That's good.
that's really good. You know what? My ex-husband gave me 3 months in this business. He said I would never succeed because I could never be organized enough to run a business. That's all I can say.
Nancy Joe's like,
Anyway, it's a good thing you don't have to be organized to be in this business, because I'm in this business, okay? And I would never call myself organized. I try to hire people to help me, and one of the things that they have to be is organized, okay? That's good news for some of us. Anybody else out there unorganized? Anybody?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. You can do this business just fine, all right? What are some things you want to do? What, you know, if there was no limitations put on you at all, what would you want to do?
Are you talking business or personal or what?
This is all about business.
Just checking.
Just checking.
Hi, Wendy.
What do you want to do that's personal, Whitney? Go ahead.
Well, I got some travel plans, sister.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So what do you need to do in your business to make those travel plans happen?
Work consistently.
Work consistently. Awesome. And when we say consistent, Whitney, what do you need to do for your needs?
I need $5,000 a month in sales.
$5,000 a month in sales. And if the average show right now in Pampered Chef is $650 for a live cooking show, that's 7.69 shows a month. So that's working twice a week, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. You lost audio, Susan? Did anybody else lose audio? Or are you good? Are you okay, Susan? Are we good? Do you hear me? If anybody hears me, raise your hand. Okay, all right. Okay, let me see who's chatting here. Be consistent, lost audio. Okay, she's getting her husband. All right. Good job. Good job. Okay, what else? What else do you want to do? There is no limitations. What would you like to do?
Grow my team.
Grow your team. Okay. Janine, how many people do you have on your team right now?
I currently am back to 0.
You're back to 0. So you're at base camp, right?
Yep. I'm putting out for the rocket to go. Yes,
There
ma'am.
you go. You know, sometimes we need to bless and release, don't we? Can y'all do that with me? For all those people that have disappointed you, bless and release, okay? All right. Start from base camp. At least you know exactly what you are. I mean, where you're at. Zig Ziglar says, I'd rather have a no today than a no tomorrow. You know exactly where you're at when somebody says, no, thank you. Don't you? Okay. Who else has a want?
I like to inspire my team.
Inspire your team. Good. Now, you all know that inspiration is something you can give. Motivation comes from within. Does everybody know that? You cannot motivate anyone to get even out of a chair. You can't motivate anyone to pick up a phone call. Motivation comes from within you, and you can inspire people to do something, but the motivation has to be within them. And that's why it's so important to work with multiple people. Somebody's got a dog in the background. That's why it's important to work with so many people, because you're not putting all your eggs in 2 baskets, right? When you're working with 3, 4, 5 people, it's hard to keep up, and it's a real exciting place to be, because when you're working with 1 or 2, sometimes they'll disappoint you. But you know 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5 are going to be good, all right?
Yeah.
So you'll have 1 superstar in there, all right? So what is something you can do right now in your business to make a difference with your attitude and your awareness of what you need to do? What is something you can do? Come on.
We can do our homework.
You can do your homework. Good job, Whitney. And by the way, you can be writing these things down. And if an idea inspires you that, oh, I didn't think of that, but I could do that, please write that down next to the need to, want to, can do, will do. This is your sheet, and I'm literally going to have you put this up somewhere where you can see it, so it will inspire you to work. Okay? So what do you need to have written on that sheet to inspire you to work? What else can you do?
Let the negativity roll off your shoulders.
Let the negativity roll off your shoulders. I love it. Thanks, Tammy. Absolutely. If that little devil guy is right there, I just want you to do a Chris Mannion thing. She used to flick him off and hit the angel's bottom, but flick off that devil, okay? All right. What else can you do? We haven't heard from a lot of you. Come on. This is pretend we're all in a room, okay? Because we are.
All over the country.
That's right. That's right. Anybody?
Well, you can start by scheduling something on your own. Do something in your own home, some sort of open house, some sort of workshop, some sort of class.
That's right.
And build your bookings from there. If you're having a hard time making the cold calls, just do something you're comfortable with, or maybe with comfortable people.
Whitney, would you share, Whitney so inspired me on a phone call one time. Would you share where you were at in January, I think it was, and that you were looking at your calendar and there was nothing on it, and so you, over a weekend, you held some freezer meal workshops?
I did. We called it Workshop Weekend, and January, this was a year ago now, and that it actually helped me coast through the entire year, which is coasting not something that I want to encourage people to do, but it was definitely out in my back pocket. So I was needing something on my calendar, and I didn't have anything on my calendar, and I wanted to learn more about freezer meal workshops. So I had a workshop weekend in my home. So what we did is we took the 7 home office meals, and the day that I had the most RSVPs for, I think we did it on a Friday night and a Sunday afternoon, or a Saturday night and a Sunday afternoon. There were 2 options. And so one night had more people coming than the other. And so that night we had 4 meals that we were prepping. And then the second day we had the rest of the meals. And I did it as a combination of freezer meal workshop and mystery host party. So I kept one of the meals or 2 of the meals, and then we raffled off the rest of the meals, and we raffled off the host benefits. And the bookings that I got from that, I think somewhere I'll dig it out for one of our next calls, but the bookings and the sales and the dollars that came from just that weekend has catapulted my business going forward. It's been a kind of a cool thing to just go out on a limb. And I mean, I was scared to death, and I don't really like having people in my home because I have 5 kids and 2 adults that live here, and 2 dogs and 3 cats, and it's kind of a crazy place. So, to add a few more people in here made for a really crazy place, but it was worth it. So, I mean, go out of your comfort zone, and if any of you want to contact me in the Facebook group for a little bit more information or the documents that I used to make the invitation to go out on a limb. I mean, I just recently did the salad in a jar workshop here at my house and got several bookings from that. And it's just, I learn best by doing, and I learn best kind of by trial by fire. So I learn best teaching others. So that's how I learned freezer meal workshops. So just grab something that you feel good, learn it.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, Whitney. I that really inspired me, Whitney, when you did that. I remember it was on a Wednesday when she put that information on her Facebook page, okay, that she was going to be doing this. And I want
mind you, I just want to add, that was the Wednesday before the Saturday. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 days?
4 days. That's what I mean. It was only 4 days later. So you could even do some things in your home in the next week or 2 weeks. And maybe your home or apartment isn't conducive to this, but I bet you have a friend or a relative or someone that you could say, if you would let me use this house for 2.5 hours at this point, I will give you something. Give them the host benefits from what you can get.
I've also found recently that your local tiny town fire department, they all have kitchens.
Okay.
They will let you use that space if you feed them.
Oh, love it. Love it. And actually, that's another thing that you can do is offer to have a fundraiser for your local fire department. Okay. They usually get a budget, and each crew usually has their own tools. And that's a way that you can get some great sales by you being proactive and going into a business, which just so happens to everyone has a fire department in their town. And I know not some are volunteer, but a lot of them have people there that are eating and that need to do that. You can have a chili cook-off between the guys. You could do all kinds of things, okay? So hopefully you've got some things written down by need to. And this is, I want you to take a minute and write this down right now, because I don't want you to do homework on this. I want this to be complete. What do you need to do? What do you personally need to say? I need to fill in the blank. I want to fill in the blank. I can do fill in the blank. And I will do. Can you make a commitment to yourself? Bless you.
Thank you.
Can you answer this too? Where do I need to improve?
Everything.
Pick one. Pick one.
Well, I was going to say pick 3.
Pick 3. Okay. Go for it, Whitney. Okay. Pick 3 then. If I could show
Most of them go hand in hand. We all know that.
Say it again.
I said most of them go hand in hand. We all know this.
We do. We do. If I could show me a better way, would you do it?
Sure.
If I can give
Is it
you the
gonna be
words to
scary?
use to make some calls, and I don't want you to, one of the reasons we're recording this, because I'm hoping you'll go back and listen to it and write down some things that you maybe didn't catch the first time. But I'm going to give you some words to use that people will respond to your phone call if you do it with the right voice tone and with the right confidence, okay? And if I asked you to do something and it wouldn't violate your moral principles, would you at least give it a try, okay? Can I get that commitment from you? Would you at least give it a try, all right? Because you know what? I don't want to waste your time. And I know you don't want your time wasted. Time is probably our most valuable asset. And so I want this to really happen for you for the last time, okay? I know I've had many of you on many classes. I want this time for it to happen, all right? I would love to call Jean and say, I've got 34 new directors that are popping out of my generations, the 3 generations. How cool would that be for me to boast about you, Tracy Britt Cool, and to Jean Jonas? And that's what I want to do. I want to boast about how great you all are. And she's very excited that I'm doing this with you. I want to talk about the next thing. It's called knowledge. What are the fundamentals that you need to know? What are the concepts that you need to know, okay? And what are the principles that you need to know? That's the knowledge that's going to give you the strength, the confidence, and the courage to make the phone calls, to be, when you're out and about, to be talking to people like you have the best thing to offer them. Why wouldn't you? You'd be crazy not to. We've heard Sharon Zellen say that 100 times. You know, there's a reason she's one of the top recruiters in this company. It's because she truly believes what she has to offer is so awesome. And you must feel that way too, because you're on this call. You want to share what you've got with others. And one of the biggest holdbacks that we have is when our calendar doesn't look like we want it to. Now, I know some of you have 5 children, some of you are full-time workers, so maybe you can only do 1 show a week, all right? And others, this is putting food on your table. Maybe you need to do 2 or 3 shows a week. We all, like I said, I don't know your personal situations. You notice I didn't ask those things because you have the desire to recruit. So that's where we want to help you, okay? And so the fundamentals you probably know already, but I want you to take some PC University classes, okay? Would you do that for me? And I'd love for you to take at least 3 or 4 each week, okay? Because I want you to learn what a new consultant goes through. I want you to all be new consultants in your brain. And I want you to not forget what you know, but I want you to enhance what you know, okay? Because how many of you have gone through PC University, honestly?
I did it years ago.
Well, it's all brand new. It's all brand new. PCU is all brand new. So I'm going to challenge you to take 15 to 20 minutes and go through the things that you're going to be sending your new recruits to go do. I want you to be really familiar with it. And again, practice by experiencing it, like Whitney says. That's going to be the best thing for us to learn. You know, I know people have asked me to teach on something that maybe I'm not the greatest at, all right? But when you dig in and you put together a seminar or are going to teach on something, you learn how to do it the best way you can, don't you? One of the very best things that you can do for yourself is talk about something you don't know about, okay? Because you're not going to look like a fool up there, are you? You're going to find out about it. I remember one person said to me, I want to learn how to use my crock pot. Well, I didn't even have a crock pot. But I'll tell you what, within 48 hours, I knew all about crock pots, how to, you know, stack the vegetables and the meat, and what, you know, every time you lift the lid, it's 20 minutes longer. I knew everything you needed to know about crock pots because I wanted to look like I knew what I was talking about. I want you to have that kind of confidence with your new consultants because you know what, when you do, they're going to listen to you. if you tell people when they get started, oh, you can just do whatever you want. This is really flexible. You can wear 6 different aprons. And yes, there are 6 different ways you can do this business. But are you hurting them by not giving them a good start? Any other part-time job in the world for their training period would ask for 2 nights in a week. And you can use those words. In fact, write those words down. For your training period. For your training, this is for this time, for 3 weeks in a row. I need you to do 2 shows a week. And I want you, when we started, we couldn't turn that agreement in until we had, when I started, it was 4 shows. Then it went to 6 shows. Because what they found is the stronger the start that you had, the better you did and the longer you stayed with it. Because let's think about this for a minute. If you or someone you recruit has 1 show on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th for 2 months in a row, and then the show on the 10th reschedules, that's 20 days before you're doing another show. You have totally talked yourself out of this business, haven't you? This must not be for me. It's not working out. I don't know. And every time you have to restart, do something 20 days later that you only practiced once or twice, it feels bad, okay? By booking the 2 shows a week for 3 weeks in a row, what's going to end up happening is people will, even if something does reschedule, it won't be more than 4 or 5 days, 6 days till another show is going to be had. They're not going to have time to talk themselves out of the business, okay? So for your training period, we need you to book 2 shows a week, 3 weeks in a row. And most of the companies out there, you guys, ask for 3 nights in 2 weeks. So don't feel funny asking for 2 nights over 3 weeks, okay? All right. Do you feel you have enough knowledge? How many of you feel you have enough knowledge that you could try some different things? How many of you have tried every single thing you know? It doesn't work. Anybody? Okay. So then if that is the fact, then you need to look into PC University, find out from your peers, go to that Facebook page. You can post a question, but I really, really want to tell you, I don't want to hear about a whole bunch of negative things. I want you to find a way to post a question that makes it, can anybody help with this? All right? Not, oh my gosh, you know the answer, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Do you feel you have enough knowledge to practice what you know? If you do, you're ahead of the game. If you don't, you've got a little bit of extra work to do. The trap that we stay in with knowledge is right here. Okay, right at the bottom. It's called a knowledge trap. Now that's not written on your sheet because I want you to write that in. This knowledge trap, what that means is that we feel we've got enough knowledge that we don't need to practice. So we kind of hang in the balance there, right at the bottom, and we go nowhere. And we just slide back and forth on that circle because we think we know it all, so we don't have to practice. How many of you have children that don't feel that they need to do homework? Anybody? My kids were missing the homework gene. In their gene pool system, all 3 of them, they would have been 4.0, 5.0 students if they would have just done their homework. All right. They felt like they got it. Why do they need to practice? Because it's the rules, okay? The rules to success say that we need to practice everything so that it comes naturally to us. Even if we know what to do, you got to practice. Will you commit to me to practice?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm looking at all these phone calls. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. I don't want you to sit in that knowledge trap and just keep going, that swing goes back and forth. And you never get out of the pit, all right? So when you practice, you need to practice with the right things, okay? I don't want you to practice cleaning off your desk. I don't want you to practice filing. Okay? I don't want you to do all those things that are not income producing items. Look at you smiling up there. Okay? Because you know what? Income producing activities, IPAs. Write that down. Income producing activities. That's what you need just to spend your time doing. All right? Now, what are some income producing activities?
Phone calls.
Phone calls, absolutely. Your phone is your absolute friend. I've got 3 of them sitting right here. I have 3 different lines right here. I know.
You're a sucker for punishment.
Okay. I got 3. All right. What else? Besides phone calls, what else can you do?
Email.
Emails. What else?
Can you hear me?
Nope. Go ahead. Now I can, Susan. Go ahead.
Well, I want to say Facebook. I know that's not the only, you can't just use that exclusively, though.
Right. Facebook is an opportunity as well. What else? Good. Texting. Absolutely. I mean, I know for me, people think that they've given me information because they've put it on Facebook in my, in one of my groups. I have hundreds of Facebook posts every day. Hundreds of people. So if you need to talk to me, you need to IM me or call me on the phone or text me, because Facebook is got so much information. I have 1,900 friends. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't do Facebook right. Just saying. All right, don't do that to yourself. Okay. The right practice with strong coaching. What would that feel like? Okay. Now, coaching isn't me telling you how to do it. It's me asking, what are you willing to do to conquer your personal problem, to conquer your personal issue that you can't get past, that you're sitting on the bottom of that circle. All right. Because I want you guys to do this with that circle. I want it to go round and round like a washing machine, because when it does, think about it, your attitude and awareness, and then your knowledge, you feel confident with your knowledge, you know what you need to do, you're going to practice that, all right? And you're going to get, the more you practice, the better you get. Isn't that what we tell our kids all the time? If you practice piano, if you practice, throwing the ball, if you practice your math, the easier it gets all the time, and you're going to get a skill then, aren't you? All right. I remember I'm looking at Susan's pretty quilt behind her, and the first time I quilted was in 1984, and I was so oh my gosh, I couldn't even sew straight, but I learned. Okay, and now I love quilting. Quilting is one of my passions. Okay, and it's when I need to de-stress, I go down to my quilt room. Okay, but it's the skill that you can learn. And I guarantee you that any one of you can learn how to book more shows, how to talk easily with people, and how to help others do your business. And the biggest thing that you need to take out of it is you. And I say that in a very nice way, okay? We get in our way a lot, all right? We get in our way a lot. And when we take us out of it, and just think about what we have to offer to other people, things change for us, okay? It's not about what I'm going to get when I get to be a team leader or a director. It's about what I can give and how I can serve my team when we become a team together, and make it a team effort. Say, hey, we're really close, because remember, all 5 of those recruits don't need to come from you. If you have 1 or 2 recruits, you need to talk to those recruits and say, hey, let's do this as a team. Let's be a director team together, because you just need to have 5 people on your team. And 2 of them can come from you, or 3 of them, whatever, 1 of them can come from you. The danger in only 1 of them coming from you is that means that 1 person has 4, all right? Or 1 person has 3. All right, if 2 people come from you, all right? And then when that person pops out, you're going to be in trouble, all right? So what we want to do is we want to make sure those numbers are at least even. So if someone on your team recruits someone, you're also recruiting someone. You see how that works? So you're strong. You don't set yourself up for distress instead of success. So when you have skill, you achieve new levels of performance, don't you? Okay? You just will, and it'll come out of you naturally. And one of the biggest things is Pampered Chef consultants are not liars. So when our show schedule doesn't look like we want it to, if we only have 1 or 2 bookings on the calendar, we don't believe enough, because if it's not happening for us and I know how to do it, why would I tell someone else that it would work for them? You see what I'm saying? It's a psychology thing. You will not recruit unless you feel good about your calendar.
Right.
There's very, very few people who can do it, because in Pampered Chef, it's the type of people that we attract. We're not liars. So why would we say, Whitney, try this business. Oh my gosh, it'll be great for you. Doesn't work for me, but okay. We're just not going to do that. Okay. So that's why that you're going to have 3 weeks to get your schedule in order before we talk again, because it's the single most important thing you can do to recruit. Because when you have 8 shows on the calendar, and for some of you full-time workers, I know 6 works better. Some of you have graduations. I don't want to hear, just do what you can, okay? Just do what you can. But I want you to share on the Facebook page when you've got your 6 done, all right? I got my 6. Now, I really, really need you to be in front of people in front of those 6 shows. Virtual shows, Facebook shows, catalog shows do not count. You're groaning again, I can tell. The reason is an average show has 12 people, okay, or 12 orders. 12 times 8 is 96. So you're going to be in front of about 100 people in that 1 month. If at each one of those shows you hand out 3 post packets, you connect. I want you to hand every single person the, what is it now? Taste of Good Life.
Join us.
It's the Join Us
Brochure.
Okay. If you don't have them, I want you to, tomorrow, I want you to order them, please. Okay. I want you to order them because I want you to hand one to every single person. You're not going to have a conversation with every single person. I want you to try and pick out 3 people. Here's the 3 types of people. I want you to pick out the most popular person in the room. You know, the one everybody's buzzing around. And then I want you to pick out the person that really loves our products. You know, the one that wants to help you set up. She gets there early. She wants to help you put things away. That person who loves our products. And then I want you to be an eavesdropper. Can't be a liar, but I want you to be an eavesdropper. And I want you to listen to some of those conversations that people are having, and listen to who's got 4 kids on a team, on teams. Who's got, oh my gosh, I got Carly and dance and it's costing me $500 a month. I don't know where I'm going to get the money from. Oh my gosh, I need a night away from my kids. Or I need to stay home with my children. I have helped 2 ladies this month stay home with their children. Do you know that is my greatest success, is when I know that I can help someone stay home with their children for a few years, because you'll never get that time back. And we talked about it, and they prepared it, and they were both having new babies. And it was their heart's desire to stay home. Now, when I started, it was my heart's desire to get away from my kids, okay? Right? Honest truth, you know. But if you can help someone stay home, if that's the desire that they have, what a gift, that family, all right? But you need to help them start out the racetrack running, because they need to replace a paycheck, all right? But because there's so much energy behind, I need to do this, a lot of times they will do it themselves, okay? But again, you're the guide. So when you have a great attitude, the knowledge, and you practice that knowledge and you get the skill, okay, and you don't get caught in the trap, it's amazing what will happen to your business. So the 3 different people at every show, and you do 8 shows, you're going to hand out, you're going to have 24 conversations. Now, I am not telling you to have these conversations at the show. But within 48 hours of that show, I really want you to have called that person and say, you know what, Susan, I can't help but stop thinking about you. You know, thank you so much for all your help that you gave me. You know, you'd be a natural at our business. You're so helpful. You loved our products. I would love to have you on my team. Can we have a cup of coffee and talk about it?
I'd love to meet with you.
Yes. You know, people say yes all the time because I have confidence in what I'm offering. And you stop. And did you notice I didn't give them every single benefit that they were going to receive? I told her why I thought she'd be good at it and that I would love to work with her. So, you know, when's the last time someone said that to most people? Most people, their confidence is in the toilet, okay? So by me saying, Susan, I'd love to work with you, that says something, all right? And then I said when.
Right, that's the part I'm missing.
Yes, and that's I saw that. It's actually having the conversation on the phone or having a cup of coffee. And most people, I have to be honest with you, most people, we just do it right on the phone. How about go get a cup of coffee tomorrow? What time is good for you? We'll have a cup of coffee together. I'll tell you all about it. And when I say I'll tell you all about it, what it really means is I'm going to ask a whole bunch of questions to have her tell me about her or him tell me about him. It's really not me telling you all about it. I need to find out what you need to know to make a good decision for you. Most of the time we throw up information on people and we talk them right in and out of it, that fast. As fast as I can say it, that's what happens. Okay, so would you purpose to get 2 shows on your calendar for 4 weeks in June? And don't forget about May. We've got a lot of days left in May, all right? But June, here's some words to use when you get on the phone. All right, and I want you to make it a game. I want you to take your last shows, and I want you to stack them up. Stack them in a pile, and I want you to take the show that you just did, the last show you did, take it out, and I want you to take your most expensive receipts. Those are the ones you want to start with. And I want you to do some customer care calls. By the way, at every one of my shows, I let people know that the sale doesn't end tonight. I would love for you to all take out your phones right now, and I want you to put Pampered Chef Nancy Joe in your phone with my phone number. For 2 reasons. I'm going to call you to see how your products are doing in your kitchen, and I'm going to give you some personal attention with the things that you bought, that you purchased. Because I'm not going to be able to tell all of you ideas and recipes and what the features and benefits of the products that every single product you buy tonight. But I'm going to call you on the phone and tell you that. I'm going to have a personal conversation so I can give you some tips and ideas on how to use that manual food processor, on how to use the slicer, how to use the cookware, the knife, whatever you purchased, okay? And I also, most of us won't answer a phone call that we don't know who it is. If they're not in their contacts, they're not answering. So I want to be in your contacts. I want it to pop up that Nancy Joe is giving you some special attention. Did you hear what I just said? That Nancy Joe is going to give you some special attention. You like that one, Whitney? Okay. All right. And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to go over to your Facebook account and tell everyone that you are at a Pampered Chef show, and does anybody need anything?
Oh.
Okay. You like that? All
Yeah.
right. And get some outside orders for your host. And if you've got 3 or 4 or 5 friends that want things, I think you're a perfect candidate to get some free stuff yourself. How does that sound? First one that gets an order gets free shipping. Okay? Or gets a season's pass if you can't afford free shipping.
It just rolls out of your mouth.
It does. Because again, but you know what? That's why this is recorded, Susan, so you can fill in.
Thank you.
All right?
No, and it just flows so nicely.
Well, and really, it comes from my heart. And if that's the one thing that I can impart from, that you can impart from tonight, is that you're here to serve people, and that when you serve them with the right attitude, no one will turn you away. Okay? We're not badgering, we're helping.
Nope.
We're not, we're offering a gift. In fact, I've got a little box, a white satin box that goes with me to every show. And sometimes it's my Y bag, and sometimes it's just my gift box. It's got the stuff in it for my Y bag. And some of you may need to go back to that. You know, it was a good exercise. And what it did is you pulled out car keys. I needed a new car. And so this business has given me the ability to pay for a car every month for our family. And then there's another, like a little tag that has a Hawaiian, Hawaii is my favorite place, so I have a little palm tree in there. And it says, I love to travel. And Pampered Chef, just by doing 2 shows a week, I have traveled every single year with Pampered Chef that I've been with them. I have gone all over Europe to every island you can think of. To all the cruises from Alaskan to Mediterranean to St. John to all those types of things. I can't even list all the places I've been. I've taken my family to Disney World. So if you like to travel, can you afford to give 2 nights of your life away, earn about $120 to $150 a night, and gain the opportunity to go on vacation every year? If anybody would like some information on how to do that, please talk to me before the end of the night, because I never thought an accountant could ever do this. Accountants don't sell things. What I found is I'm helping people equip their kitchens, and you can too. Okay? And I like to tell people, I hold the recipe. If the table is long like this, I'm in the middle of the table, not standing, of course, on one of the sides. And I say, I'm large, Marge, and in charge tonight. I'm going to be the recipe reader, and you're all going to make the recipe, the ingredients to put in our recipe tonight. Okay? And we just did a show at the last director meeting, and it's going to be up on PCTeamTraining.com. PCTeamTraining.com. That's a website that Patty Moserino, Marie Friday, and myself. Yes, go ahead, Whitney.
It went up today.
Oh, it did? Awesome. Okay.
Patty posted it on your Facebook page.
Awesome. Okay. Because I tickled her. He says, Patty, you got those done yet? And we did 14 different videos, you guys. 2 and 3 minute little spots of recruiting, booking, products. Number 1 person in our company right now in sales was here. And she talked about how she sells the double burner grill pan, 2 or 3 of them at each show. She had 35 men, I think, at a show, 30 or 35 orders, $5,200 or $5,600 in orders, all men at her show. Katie Hochsletter. Okay?
Wow.
Yes. So she's going to tell you, and when you see it, you go, well, I know all that. What? She talks about it with confidence. And then she says, you'd be crazy not to have a show to earn this for free or half price. Why would you pay full price? One of the things she said is when she features a product, she always knows what it would be at half price, what the cost would be at half price, or like this month you can pick anything at 60% off. She knows how much that grill pan is at 60% off. Because she says people don't know what 60% off of something is. If we don't say what the price is, they don't know. So it doesn't have a value to them. But when you say that you can save $120 on this product by hosting a show, by just collecting a few orders at work if you can't have me in your home, and in fact, next month, you can earn double host benefits by just having 12 to 15 people over to your home. 12 to 15 people is going to give you $650 in orders, isn't it? Without a doubt. Okay. The fundamentals in our business are solid, they make sense, and they're practical. So when you practice them, you're going to get them and you're going to feel such strength from within that things flow out of you naturally. Like Susan said, you know, you say it so easily. Well, I've been saying things for a long time, but I do try to keep myself fresh, okay? Because Lord knows nobody wants to listen to the same thing over and over again. But there's some things that are tried and true, okay? And you've heard me say those things from the beginning, all right? And that is, some of those things, it's about our show schedule. It's about how we feel about what we have to offer. If it's working for you, it'll work for others. Do people know why you started? In fact, this is the next thing you need to practice. Very, very short. Okay, here we go. Very, very short. Why did I start? I started for Christmas money. I love helping people equip their kitchens. What do you love about what you do? I love helping people equip their kitchens and making cooking easier for everyone that comes to my show. I stay with the Pampered Chef because it's given me a future that I would have gotten nowhere else around, and the flexibility I need to have a family and to do the things that I love. Why did I start? What do I love? And why do I stay? Okay. How long did that take me? Maybe 20 seconds? Okay. Practice that. When you're telling them about you, that's all they want to know. Why'd you start? What do you love? And why do you stay? Okay. And borrow stories, you guys. I didn't have any stories when I started. In fact, my sister Jackie, when she started about 2 years after I did, she said to me, Nance, why do you tell all those stupid stories? We would have been out of here a half an hour ago, because when she came for training. And I said, you know, those stupid stories connect with people. That's what makes them want to have shows with me, and that's what makes them believe that they too can do this in their kitchen. You know, they can make this taco ring or whatever it is, okay? And she goes, well, I just think you should, I think time is more important. Well, 2 months later, Jackie came to me and she said, what are some of those stupid stories? You know, what, they're not buying from me like they bought from you. They're not having fun. They're not booking shows, okay? Mm-hmm. When you look at yourself and how you present yourself, would you want to do business with you? Okay? Mm-hmm. When you look in the mirror when you go out, are you all frazzled when you get there? Go 15 minutes sooner so that you can greet people at the door and not be frazzled. Okay? Go 15 minutes sooner. All right? Marie Friday says this, and of course she can get away with saying it so easily, but I loved it. If someone has not commented you on your hair in the last 6 months, it's time to do something different. Okay? It's time to get a haircut, get a color, something. All right? Feel good about yourself. Do something. All right? Remember when I said it, taking those walks? The mile walk is what I can do. Someday I'd love to walk 10 miles, but I know I can do a mile right now. Okay? The challenge before us is, how do we move what we know into what we do? Okay? There's your challenge for the night. Right here, with the practice part, during this training, we hope to provide you with some opportunities to practice what you're learning during the Zoom call. Okay? There might be a time where I ask you to practice in between. Now, just to let you know, the next time we're going to have a phone calls on a Sunday night. I hope Sunday nights are okay with people in the summer. Most people are home 7:30 on a Sunday night. If you're out of town, of course you're not going to be home then. You can catch up, all right? But I know everybody's busy, and no night is perfect, no time is perfect, but we're going to pick Sunday nights at 7:30, and we're going to meet every single Sunday night in the month of June. Okay? And that's why it's going to be really important for you to get your schedule set, because when you do, you'll have things to practice every week. I'm going to be giving you new things to practice, words to say, challenges, different things. But if you don't have those shows on the calendar, it's not going to happen. So let's talk about some of the different shows that we can call people with. And of course, we've got the double host benefits in June. That's huge. I mean, that's when you're talking to people about what they just bought. Remember that pile? You're going to talk to them about what they bought first. And somebody role play with me. Who wants to role play? Who wants to role play? Tammy, you want to role play with me? Oh, you will, Janet? Okay. All right. So Janet, I'm going to be calling you on the phone. Hi, Janet. This is Nancy Joe. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Nancy Joe. How are you?
Well, thank you for answering my phone call. Did you hear what I just said? Thank you for answering my phone call. I just want to give you a few tips and ideas on how to use that manual food processor.
Oh, I would love that.
Okay. Is it out of the box yet?
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'm glad it's out of the box. Okay. So here's the deal. One of the things I love to do with that is all my softer foods that I wouldn't use my chopper for works perfectly. Things like chopped parsley, basil. I love to make some fresh sorbet in about 3 or 4 minutes. Did I give that recipe the night of the show?
I don't believe you did.
Okay. All you do is take 2 tablespoons of sugar with 2 tablespoons of water and put it in the microwave for 1 minute. You're going to make a simple syrup. And then you're going to have frozen some cut up strawberries. Cut the strawberries up, clean them. Of course, they're clean and ready to go. But you're going to cut them up into just like each strawberry to four pieces, okay? So that you can take a handful of strawberries and put them in your manual food processor, frozen. And then you're going to take that simple syrup and put it in there, all right? And then you're just going to process that, and it's going to make strawberry sorbet in about 3 minutes. Doesn't that sound great?
Fabulous.
Yes. Every person that buys that manual food processor gets that recipe, because we all know we can make pesto, we can make just all different kinds of things. We can chop, we can make confetti salsa, things like that. But I want to give them something that's going to be really a special treat for them, all right? And Janet, one of the other things I'm calling about is we have such a phenomenal special. I'm calling all of my preferred customers. Did you hear that? All of my preferred customers, because I have a few dates open in June. We are giving double host benefits in June. Is this something, if you knew that you could earn double the Pampered Chef products that you'd normally earn, is this something you might be interested in to have a few friends over?
Get that double burner grill pan free?
Well, you might be able to. I don't see why you couldn't. I don't see why you couldn't. For probably about a $750 or $800 show, you can get that for free.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you'll get $230 worth of merchandise at $650.
$650. Yes.
Okay. So just for a little one level more, you're going to get $50 more. So you'll have that bought. How does that sound to you?
Sounds pretty good.
Okay. Would you be willing to let me coach you on how to have enough people in that room so that you can earn that for free?
Any help is always appreciated.
Okay. So let's look at our calendar and get a date for you. Now, not everybody says yes right away, but I have put some things on their wish list on their sheet that I have in front of me. I asked people if there were 3 things that if money wasn't an issue, what are 3 things that you would like from our catalog that I can call you when something is on special? Would you put that on your sales receipt on the bottom of the lines? And I'll know not to add those in, but that those are on your wish list, okay? So now when I talk to someone, I can say, Whitney, I know that you would really love that all-purpose pot. Just for an average show, I can get you that for free. How does that sound? okay? We have to let them know what they can earn for free and half price. And guys, our host program is absolutely the best one that's out there. Because first of all, we're not giving away crap, okay? Well, it's true. We're giving away things that they're going to use every week in their kitchen. And we're giving away things that maybe they couldn't afford. So be bold and proud out loud about our host program, okay? Now, the other thing, I've talked way too much. The other thing that I wanted to talk with you about, hold on, let me get to my notes here, is, here we go. So I want you to make phone calls. I want you to call anybody who ordered over $50 worth of products, not your past host. I want you to call the guests at the shows. So many times we just keep going back to the past hosts, and we're gonna make that well dry. Okay, we want you to go to the guests, because that past host has gotten a whole bunch of stuff for free. They're not going to be as energetic about getting a lot of things. Okay, so I want you to go to the guests that spent $50 or more. All right, and if nobody spent $50, then go to the people who spent $40. You know what. And I want you to start going backwards and make a minimum of 5 contacts a day. Now, here's what a voice message would sound like. Hi, Whitney. This is Nancy Joe. We met at Sherry's house last month. And I just wanted to give you 2 things about your products that you bought and give you a very special offer. Would you please call me back at whatever the number is. I look forward to calling you back, or hearing back from you. I'm sorry. I look forward to hearing back from you. If I don't hear from you in the next 24 to 48 hours, I probably will call you again, because I don't want you to miss out on this. Thanks so much. You notice I didn't tell what it was. Make them want to call you back, all right? And then just keep calling. Just keep calling. And again, if your phone number's in their book, or in their contacts rather, your name's going to pop up. And if you tell them that you're going to call at the show, they're gonna if they like you, they're going to pick up the phone. So make sure that you make connections, that you're making eye contact, that you're making everybody feel special. A couple of you use the word pushy on your survey, okay? I really, really want you to take the P in pushy and turn it into passionate. And let you ask enough questions about someone else to get them to ask questions back, all right? And again, this is something you can practice with someone. In fact, I would love in the next 2.5 weeks, while you're setting up your calendar and you're practicing your phone calls, all right, I want you to practice with 3 people that you know about, talking to them about the business. And say, I need to have 3 people, blame it on me. I need to have 3 people that, and in fact, I encourage you to make it someone that you would like to work with, a neighbor, a friend, a sister, a relative, anybody that you want, that you know would be good at this, but has already said, no, I don't want to do it. Okay? And then what I want you to do is I just want you to ask them, you know what, would you do me a favor and help me practice? Sherry Carr has every new consultant do this. And she says more often than not, 1 to 2 of them will sign up. Okay? So that's the other thing I want you to practice. And I'm going to put this list of what I'd like you to do on the Facebook page, so you know. So here's the take action the next 2 weeks. We want you to book 6 to 8 shows. We talked about the salad supper. I do a salad supper show, and at the end, I fill the salad container, the salad in a jar. I fill that up first before everybody starts taking the food, and I tell people this is only going to be available during this summer, and you're going to want this setup. If you book a show with me in June, July, or August, I will give you your first jar for free. I'm going to buy jars ahead of time, and I'm going to give every host their first jar. And what I want them to do is buy 2 more jars with the cooler and the sidecar, okay, so they have the setup. But I'm going to show them how great this would be to be able to put a couple salads in their fridge and reach for a salad bar in your fridge instead of the candy bar in your fridge, okay? And people are really excited about it. But if you serve the Southwestern Cobb salad or the California Cobb salad, all right? And I got to tell you, if you don't have your products yet, do your 750. You will love these products. I was not sold until I saw them. Nobody has what we're offering here, okay? Nobody. So really, really do this for yourself, okay? You're going to look at Pampered Chef University as if you're a new consultant and that you're in your first month of business. What would you tell a new consultant to do in PC University, okay? You're going to make 5 customer care calls each day. You pick which of the 5 out of your 7 days that you want to do this. I'm not saying that you need to do it 7 days a week, but some of you may have more availability on the weekends. So you pick the 5 days you want to do it. And if you only get to make 3 one day, then you need to do 7 the next, don't you? Do it. Have this be your push month, okay? This totally transformed your business. Well, are you willing to do that? I got to turn on a light here. I'm sitting here.
In the dark.
Dark. I know. Hold on, please.
Don't you mean our passionate month, not our pushy month?
Oh.
What's that?
Oh.
A comedian.
Say it again. Tell her.
Don't you
That's
mean
better, I
our
think.
passionate month, not our pushy month?
There you go, Cheryl. I like that. You're going to have it be your passionate month instead of your pushy month. Absolutely. You know what? If it was all about you and only you, then it would be pushy. But you're really helping people equip their kitchen and change lives, okay? You're gonna have one-on-one phone calls with your directors, okay, to review your goals the week of May 30th. You're going to fill out the action idea sheet from that you got tonight. We sent you that? All right. And hopefully you've been writing on that. Perfect. Okay. You're gonna pick out some things that you're gonna do. What are you gonna act upon? What are you gonna take action? What do you need to, what's the C stand for? Anybody?
Change.
Change. What's something you're gonna change? And then what's something you're gonna teach? Remember, this is about recruiting. Some of you already have your first recruits. What are you going to teach your new recruits differently that maybe you haven't taught them? Or maybe challenge them to go through this with you and all of you act like you're a brand new consultant and go through PC University like that, okay? You're going to identify at least one new activity that you can put into practice, and then I'd like you to keep a daily log of your progress. So in other words, on the back of that sheet, I want you to write down the date and what you got done towards your goal, okay? And it could be I made phone calls for 15 minutes. It could be that small, but that one activity can change your future, okay? So, and then, because I'm going to have you send that activity log to your director. I know this sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's really doing some very simple things. 5 phone calls a day and looking at one thing on Pampered Chef University a day. But it's about being aware of your surroundings and aware of who you could serve that's all around you, whether it's where you're, and if, you know what, if you're not meeting any new people, I want you to find a new hobby. I want you to join a new club. I want you to go volunteer at the library. Go do something that you're going to be with people and meet people. And then wear logo wear. People look at me and go, oh, you do Pampered Chef. And I go, oh my gosh, was this one of my past hosts? Did I meet him at a party? No, I've got it plastered on my chest. Right here. I have so many things that say the Pampered Chef, I don't even remember anymore. It's like that little tag of logo of, Izod. I don't even notice it. but you should always be advertising and marketing yourself, always, because you are the best CEO of your company, okay? Not the worst employee, okay? I want you to be the best CEO, and you need to act like a CEO, and you need to be as confident as a CEO, and things will change for you. I promise. I promise. Well, I've taken way too much time, but I hope you've gotten a good energized vision. And we're going to be putting little challenges on Facebook, and we're going to be asking you to report. How's it going? Did you make your phone calls? We want to hear. I made my 5 today. That's what we want to hear. I made my 5 today. All right. I got a new booking. I got an interview, because that's the goal. The goal is interviews, guys. It's not recruits. When you do enough interviews, you're going to get the recruits. It's called Go for No, right? A lot of people are familiar with Go for No. Okay. So I'm going to, is there any questions that you have?
When Whitney
Will we
did
be able to
her,
repeat?
Say that again, Susan.
I was just going to ask how we can listen to the repeat.
You're going to
I
get
lost some of it with the audio.
Yeah, you're going to actually, I need to transform it into a YouTube, and then it'll be on tomorrow, because it takes a little while to do that. So it'll be on tomorrow on the
Facebook group.
Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know I gave you a lot of information. It's going to be more interactive next time. All right. So you guys be ready to talk and write down some of your experiences. Remember those logs that I talked about? I really want you to write down. And if you're you're hitting a brick wall with a recruit, ask somebody, okay, this happened. What would you have said, or what would you have done differently? Okay.
Okay.
Ask your peers here. And we'll be monitoring this. Both Barb and I will be monitoring it as well, and Laura. So we're gonna be able to get back to you. All right. And if it's really urgent, IM me, instant message me, okay? Because I want to be here. I want all you guys to succeed in your wildest dreams. And if any of you have ever been to conference, you know that every single different kind of person walks across that stage of success. I want you to be walking this year. And I know most of you are going to conference. Most of you are already signed up. Yeah?
Yep.
Anybody? Okay, good job. I want you to know that there's still time. And one great show will pay for conference. One great show will pay for your airfare. All right? So let's get going so that you can go to conference. It's going to be very different this year. They got a whole different crew of people in there running it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you very much. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask on Facebook. And let's see, I got a couple of chats down here.
Joyce had a question.
Yes.
I wondered, when Whitney did her freezer show, did you supply all the food for that?
I did, because most of it went back to my freezer.
She only gave away one of the meals each day.
I did. I gave away one meal each day, and I just happened, I've been a consultant for 13 years, so I had a lot of the pantry supplies in my overstock already, which is why I chose what I chose.
Okay.
You can make that work however you want. If you only want to make, 2 and give them both away, you can do that. Okay. And I have the invitation that I used, I'll upload it in the files in the Facebook group.
Excellent.
Okay. That's good.
So you guys can transform that and make it your own.
And she made 3 meals one day and 4 meals the next.
Okay.
Okay. She gave one of them away. Did they taste one of them, Whitney?
No, I think we just drank wine.
Okay. Wine always works.
Sounds like a good plan.
Wine always works, and it doesn't have to be the expensive stuff.
No, honestly, I think I sliced tomatoes and mozzarella cheese and did it with the like a caprese salad on a bamboo platter, because a year ago we still had that. I don't know if we still have it. I'd have to look.
Yeah.
But I just did a couple really simple things and had wine because we were busy.
Yeah.
I mean, and the people booked like crazy when they figured out that they did all the work to fill my freezer that very much. They wanted to fill their own freezer, so it worked really well. I mean, they kind of
and when I do a freezer show, it is only the host that we're making those 7 meals for. Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And everyone makes, does the meal that's, there's 2 or 3 people that are doing the meal that's in front of them. And when they find out that all those meals go, except for one, we taste one of them and then we make a dessert that all of them are going in their freezer. They go, oh my gosh, I want to do this at my house. I don't have everybody bring the stuff to a freezer meal workshop. I have just my host, and it's like a regular party. Okay.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
that's a good idea.
Oh my gosh, because it's a mess otherwise. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I've
takes a
had
long
success.
time.
I've had success with both, but different hosts are going to want different things.
right, absolutely. And then with the salad in a jar show, it's salads in a snap. Okay, and you show them how getting all these products for your kitchen will get salads to your table so much easier. All right. And people are wanting healthy ideas. They are absolutely wanting all the products. The salad spinner, when you talk about how the salad spinner will pay for itself within 2 months' time of serving 3 to 4 salads a week. All right. And that's what we should all be eating anyway. We should be eating salad every day. And I swear my mother's colon is as good as it is at 91 because she literally has salad every single day. All right. She's 91. A lot of other things aren't working so good, but her colon's just fine, okay? And the doctor said I need to have 2 vodka tonics and eat salad every day because it's going well for you. But anyway, seriously. And we'll put some other, I'm going to put the link to that show. You're going to see how everybody around my island just worked the products in front of them and how you create interest in hosting your own show and enjoying my team because all I did was read a recipe and give a few ideas. Okay? That's how easy my job is, and we can teach you that. It's how simple it is. If you need extra money, if you need a night out, if you need to do something you never thought you would ever be able to do by stepping out of your comfort zone and trying on the apron, let me help you try, because this girl never thought she could do something like this either. Bring yourself into it, you guys. Bring yourself into it. God bless you, and I really am excited about our Facebook group. I hope you guys are interacting with it. How many of you have already said yes?
I didn't know you were invited yet.
Yes, we were all invited today. Laura did it.
It'll automatically put you in it, so you have to look in your list of groups to find it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I'm gonna stop the recording. All right.